So oftentimes anxiety sufferers feel the most anxious in the morning. It was something I really experienced for a long time. I even felt like maybe the night before I was out of this. I was totally clear. And I want to talk about why this really happens and how once you fix a few things, morning anxiety becomes a problem of the past. So I would say maybe about 70% of people struggling with anxiety experience morning anxiety. This can also mean that it happens in the evening as well. The point is that it doesn't really matter when it's happening, but when people experiencing morning anxiety, whatever symptoms they feel, it's the most intense in the morning, and it could almost feel like they're always going to be waking up to this morning anxiety. They may have forgotten what it's like to wake up just normal. They may, if you were like me, you would wake up with a panic attack. I'm not kidding. But once I understood why it was happening, it made a lot of sense. Now, when you're struggling with anxiety, what happens is that when the anxiety gets really heightened, your nervous system becomes sensitized. It becomes sensitive. Any small things, when cortisol is elevated with someone who's sensitized. Well, what happens is that the body produces an over-exaggerated response. And so what happens is that cortisol increases and people feel and can aggravate it. Now, in the morning, everybody experiences this, yeah? They experience cortisol in the morning. And what cortisol does, the theory is that it helps you get out of bed so that you don't stay in bed all day, right? But what happens, intense symptoms or intense thoughts or maybe even that feeling of unreality. So the solution to morning anxiety is very straightforward, which is shift your focus from how you feel in the morning and to focus on actually recovering. This is what we see in the mentorship. Once we start focusing on long-term freedom, on helping people fully get out of this, well, one of the consequences of it is that morning anxiety ends up going away. And what most people do, what everyone does, is they try to fix the morning anxiety. But the morning anxiety is the symptom of sensitized nerves. And if you just fix the sensitized nerves, all the symptoms, all the morning anxiety, whatever your biggest anxiety-induced symptoms are, they all go away all at once. So the focus should be on figuring out the anxiety. Once you can focus and respond to the anxiety, all of this goes away.